Hello, beautiful good morning to you, our lovely viewers. Welcome to the Camnet Breakfast Show. My name is Amazing Katamanda and I'm your host for today. My colleague is not feeling well today, so I will be alone, but worry not, the show must still go on, and we also have a guest that will be joining me at 7:30, but we do have a couple of topics that we have for you, our lovely viewers. We'll be zooming into the stories that we had on the news yesterday, and of course we also have a topic that we are asking you, our lovely viewers, this morning. And what is your take on the increase of ZESCO connection fees? So what is your take? You can feel free to call us or leave your message on our Facebook page, because we are streaming live on our Facebook page. We want to hear from you, so give us your take, call us. But before we get into everything that we are prepared for you today, we know that starting your day with exercising is the way to go. If you want to be active for the rest of the day, you need to exercise in the morning. And talking about that, let's just get to see what we have for you on the Morning Boss this morning.
Hello guys, it's another edition. Today we are doing chest. It's your boy Harrison, aka the Fitness Puppy, here at Chonze Fitness in conjunction with the Camnet Fitness team. And today I'm going to show you the chest. It's a home workout. And by the way, don't forget to get yourself Chonze Fitness gym attire. It's all the way here in Kablonga. And let's go. Get ready. Okay. So first you start with the push-ups, straight push-ups, 12 to 15 reps. We go. So make sure that your whole body is straight as you are going up, as you are going down and up. Doing a superset. After this, I'm doing a knee push-up, 15. After this, we are doing a box push-up, 15 again. Get ready. You take a chill for just seconds, for probably 20 seconds, to relax yourself. If you want, you get yourself some water. Okay, you relax, 20 seconds. Okay, you go again for another round. We were doing 15, now we've reduced to 12. So if you have time, you can go up to 5 repetitions. We go, body straight, and go. Let's go. Knee push-ups, 12. Let's go. Box push-up, 12. Two more. Okay, you take a chill. Okay, so you can also go for five repetition. Then after that, you do your stretch. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we are done. You have been with me, Harrison, aka the Fitness Papi. See you next time.
And that is the Fitness Papi right there. If you're just joining us, you are watching The Breakfast Show on Camnet TV, and I'm your host, Amazing Katamanda. Let's get interactive. We have a topic of discussion, which we're asking you, what is your take on the increase of the Zesco Connections fees? What is your take? So please come through by calling us using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or you can leave your comments on our Facebook page. We want to hear from you. That was the Fitness Papi. Before I started talking earlier, we played you a clip from the Fitness Papi who was just showing us how to start our day. And if you couldn't exercise with him, worry not, the clip will still be on our Facebook page, so you can exercise after work, because we need to keep fit, we need to be healthy, not just for ourselves but also for our community, our country. We just need to be fit women and men. Anyway, moving on, let's get to our health corner and see what the doctors have for us this morning.
Good morning to you, listeners. I'm Dr. Mutinta Muyuni, member of the Medical Women's Association, and I'm here to talk to you today a little more about the menstrual cycle. Today, we are going to discuss the menstrual cycle disorders. Now, yesterday, we talked about where this all starts, the beginning of what we call our womanhood, or our mark of womanhood, the menstrual cycle. We have a monthly menstrual period. Now that can come. The bleeding can be anything between three days to about 7 days, and it comes every, say, 21 to 28 days ideally. Now I want it to be clear that each woman must understand their own cycle. Some women or girls may have a 21-day cycle, meaning from the start of the last bleeding until the next bleeding, there's a space of 21 days in between. The first day of the bleeding, we call it day 1. The middle of the cycle is where we expect ovulation to occur. Now, I'll give you a tip. There are a lot of apps on our phones these days that help us to count and keep track of our menstrual cycles. And this can help us anticipate. For example, if I know I'm traveling the week I'm having my period, I'll know to prepare a bit extra, or I'll know what I'm expecting. Maybe I might need some painkillers for my period pains, things like that. So it's always good for us girls not to just say, oh, I can't remember when my last period was. Let's be aware, let's be smart, let's predict our expected period. I'll tell you why a little bit later. So, when we have our periods, we may differ. So don't feel bad if your period comes every 21 days. Rather, understand yourself and your own cycle. I emphasizing this because we always compare ourselves to other people. Try and compare maybe even to the women in your particular family, or your mother, your sisters. See how it went for them. But by far, embrace your own cycle as your own. Manage yourself, because we are all unique. Each of us has a unique cycle. There are disorders associated with the variations in the menstrual cycle. One is amenorrhea. Amenorrhea is absence of the menstrual cycle. It may be primary, meaning by age 16, 18, I've not had a menstrual cycle at all. In this case, we'd encourage you to seek medical care and see, why is this not happening? Is it that there is something different in my reproductive system, or my hormones are just delayed in maturing up? My reproductive system, my ovulation is delayed. What could be the problem? Your doctor or healthcare provider will be able to assist you, do some tests and find out. Like I said, don't worry about being different. Let's embrace ourselves. Let's not panic. There's good news for everybody. As long as you accept how you are as an individual, you are good enough for me, you are good enough for everyone else. The second disorder I'll bring your attention to is polymenorrhea. When you have bleeding starting and stopping and resuming again within the same month. We call that polymenorrhea or frequent menses. This can be a bit upsetting, because sometimes during our periods, the fact that we have to change pads, the fact that we become a bit moody, a bit bloated, so slow down in everything that we're doing, having a period twice can be a bit much. And so you want to take care of yourself and see, do I just have a short biological cycle, or this is caused by a medical condition? All these answers can be told to you from a healthcare provider. The challenge with polymenorrhea or frequent periods is sometimes you become anemic, or your blood level or hemoglobin becomes low. You may feel a bit dizzy and a bit uneasy as you are going about your work. Sometimes you even black out. Don't let yourself get to that stage. Know your cycle and know how to manage yourself. I think the most common disorder of the menstrual cycle is menorrhagia, what we call heavy menses or heavy bleeding. Now this one can be due to hormone levels. It can also be due to anatomic conditions or physical conditions of the uterus. It may be larger because of fibroids, or it may be larger because of the lining is thicker because of conditions like polyps or small growths within the lining, or increased thickness due to the influence of hormones like estrogen. Now, like polymenorrhea or frequent periods, menorrhagia typically will lower your HB or your hemoglobin. It will lower your blood level and result in anemia if you don't manage yourself. Now, because we don't talk about periods, we might not know that this is actually a problem. So I want you to listen carefully if you fall in any of these categories and you find that your quality of life is suffering because of your menstruation. Visit a health center, discuss with us, open up, don't be shy. A lot of women go through this, but the trick is knowing how to manage yourself. I'm Dr. Mutinta Muyuni, gynecologist from Medical Women Association, talking to you today about menstrual disorders. We'll talk a bit more about that tomorrow.
And that is our doctor right there giving us advice, and I hope as women we make it a habit to visit our doctors or health facilities every time you notice that there's something different about your menstrual cycle or just anything. I think in Zambia we usually just visit the clinic when your situation is that serious, but you don't have to let it get to that level. Let's make it a habit to go for checkups, if not for your menstrual cycle, but any other thing. Let's just visit our doctors and see what is going on in our bodies. Let's not wait for the situation to get bad. So our health corner is up for a sponsorship. If you want to sponsor our health corner, you are welcome. You can come through to our studios, or you can give us a call and then we'll let you know on what you can do. And now let's just see what we have on our money market, how the dollar is faring or other currencies. So the US dollar is buying at 17.53 ngwe and selling for 17.88 ngwe, and we have the British pound, which is selling for 21.33 ngwe and selling for 21.75 ngwe, and we have the euro, which is selling for 18.59 ngwe and selling for 18.96 ngwe, and we have the South African rand, which is selling for 1.02 ngwe and selling at 1.04 ngwe, and that is our foreign exchange for today. So even as you are going about your businesses, that is how the currency is faring. So make sure that you are fully aware of what's going on. And now we get to what we had on our stories yesterday, or what was trending in the stories that we had yesterday on our news desk. Please call us. The phone lines are officially open. You can come through, you call us, tell us your thoughts, your views on what the stories we had yesterday, and of course our topic of discussion, which is what is your take on the increase on the connections for ZESCO fees? What do you think? Are you happy about it? Are you not happy about it? Should something be done about it, or should be left like that? Please call us. We want to hear your views. And now just zooming into our first stories, I think we have a story from Kuku and Misisi compound in Lusaka's Chawama constituents. Residents have expressed their concerns over the dam that is located in their area, which is not fenced, and let's just get to see what their concerns are. And of course you can also come through with your views and contributions using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or you can leave a comment on our Facebook page. Let's get interactive, but for now let's just zoom into that story.
This is Ngwenya Dam, located in Lusaka's Kuku Misisi compounds, right in the heart of the community. One who is not a resident and not accustomed to the dam easily gets a fright when passing through this area, as some community roads pass right near the dam. For years, residents have been calling for the fencing off of the dam, as a number of bodies have been found here, both of those who have accidentally drowned, as well as those whom they suspect to have been murdered. Residents have told Camnet News that this has also become a dumping place for garbage and aborted babies.
Ngwenya ifunika kumanga coach office kuti tingaleko na security office vana kaiti tina vana vang'ono pesa tina vana okala vasuzi wa opyanga mwana endo kalabira kungwenya kuja school safe olona abantu bagwera maningi upeza kamwana kangono kanyaira mufulu last week so mnachikogwera muntu so enzo washi mukuwasha ati asikulize vintu manje aendo pesa kagwera mu manje so ise mwandi kuno tipempa chabe tifuna ko bamangeko chabe chi office mwe na mangira blue water so mweiri nangonya ndemwe tifuni
pesa kati bana bangono banyaira mwamene wo matera bo mabini madaipa badoba boto mapopo so last week tenzera wokufa bali 6 bamuna na bakazi pesa muntu achoka huko wabora washira kungwenyera ise kuluma popiti na so tifuna ko mutikire ko fence mwe munaikira ku blue water.
Despite this water being polluted, some youth in the community use it to cool off during hot days by swimming in the dam, while some women also wash here.
Tulelomba ko mutubikira ko fence bantu munjali muchimugodi mulafira mu abantu nokutayira mu mabidi fyani madaipa bosiana so bafake fence.
With the rain season on, the residents say this is a further source of worry as the dam fills up, further endangering their lives. They have since called on relevant authorities to quickly look into the fencing off of the dam before more lives are lost. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And that's the story that Zipporah brought for us yesterday. And what is your take? Please give us a call using the numbers that are on your TV screens. Give us your thoughts and let us know what you think about our topic of discussion today, which is we're asking you what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connections fees. Are you happy about them? Are you not happy about them? You never know if you come through and you submit your concerns or contributions. You never know who's watching and something might be done. So please feel free to call us or leave your comments on our Facebook page. And yeah, that's the story that we had for you today, yesterday on the news. And we played for you today. I don't know what you think, but I just feel like something really has to be done about that dam because the children are really not safe. And of course, we all know that we have people that are not mentally well or people are facing a lot of issues that they are facing mentally, and they might just think of killing themselves and throwing themselves into the dam. So something really has to be done. The government really has to look into it to make sure that the children are safe, and not only the children, but we also have the elderly that go there to wash and do their businesses, but they are still risking their lives or they're endangering their lives. So something really has to be done, and we just hope that the right authorities are watching and they'll do something about the situation in Misisi and Kuku compound. And now we just get to see a story that also it was done by Zipporah about the immigrants. So let's just get to see what the story is about.
The population of refugees in Zambia currently stands at 61% Congolese, 20% Burundians, 9% Rwandese, 3% Somalis, and 1% other nationals, according to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. These people have fled their countries of origin due to various reasons, among them conflict and war, food insecurity, as well as displacement caused by climate change, among other reasons. Camnet News has, however, been carrying out stories of the challenges that some of these people have been facing, among them poverty, due to the lack of work permits. A human rights advocate, Christopher Shalwabala, however, says one should not lose their human dignity due to being a refugee. He was speaking in line with the United Nations International Migrants Day.
But then because of various laws, for example, they say if you want to acquire a work permit in Zambia, or rather even a resident permit or a stay permit, you must have at least a recommendation coming from institutions such as the law firm or even the bank and so on and so forth. Now, because of that, it becomes very difficult for these people to understand and manage to go through all this legal process for certain reasons. As we are commemorating this day, I think to me, I urge the government of the Republic of Zambia to ensure that we live in a global world where human rights instruments are supposed to be respected. Since Zambia is a signatory to so many instruments on human rights, and as such, being a member or a party, they just have to live to that to ensure that these people do not be kept for more than necessary in order for them to be given necessary papers for them to settle down and reintegrated in society.
Meanwhile, the human rights advocate has commended the Zambian government for being open to receive refugees noting that no one is immune from being a refugee.
We start even also harassing them, thinking that what they are doing is illegal, not knowing that the process is the one that is making them staying within our country illegally. So it's a wake-up call once more, and also society should be urged that these are people who are not supposed to be victimized, these are the people who are not supposed to be harassed. We call them names, no, it's foreigner, you get a point, no, this person is a foreigner, and so on and so forth. Even if you have got something that can contribute to the economy of this country, we view them as if they are intruders, or rather that the people who are always abrogating the laws of this country, as such, they are not living in an conducive environment.
The International Migrants Day is commemorated every year to see how best migrants can contribute to the economies of their host countries, as well as to highlight their challenges. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And those are the concerns that were coming from the human rights advocate. And I don't know what your thoughts are this morning, and I would really love to hear from you. Please call us using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or better yet, you can leave your comments on our Facebook page. Let's get interactive. This is the Morning Breakfast Show on Camnet TV, and I'm your host, Amazing Katamanda. Unfortunately, Zipporah is not feeling well today, but she's just here in the studios. Her voice has completely gone. But the show must go on. This is how much we love you. Would have cancelled, but we said, no, the show must go on. So let's get interactive and give us your take on the increase on the ZESCO connection fees. What is your take on that? Call us. The phone lines are officially open, or leave your comments on our Facebook page. And just to talk about the increase on the fees, I think let's just play you a TH that was done yesterday in the news, and then you can give us your thoughts as well.
In addition to determining the approved charges, the board has, in exercise of its regulatory mandate, issued the following orders to ZESCO. Board Order Number 1. Implement and approve ERB connection charges. ZESCO is directed to implement the ERB approved charges for all new standard connections commencing 1st January 2023. Board Order 2. Develop and implement an optional staggered payment plan. Consumers may opt for a one-off payment in order to be connected. For consumers who may be unable to pay the full value of the connection fee at one time, ZESCO is directed to develop and implement an option for a staggered payment plan of the approved connection charges as follows. 1. Connect a consumer upon payment of at least 50% of the approved connection charge. 2. Any unpaid balance on the connection fee will be recovered from electricity consumption payments over a period not exceeding 12 months. Board Order 3. Lack of adherence to license conditions. While considering the application to vary connection charges, the Energy Regulation Board established that ZESCO had unilaterally suspended the issuance of quotations for new customer connections, or had charged higher than the approved charges. Both these actions were a direct breach of their license conditions. In view of this, the ERB issues the following additional orders to ZESCO. Order 3.1. For all quotations that were issued based on unapproved connection charges, ZESCO is directed to reissue quotations at the old approved rates. Order 3.2. That ZESCO credits consumers that paid unapproved charges with the difference between the amounts paid and the old approved rates, and such credit shall be used to pay for electricity consumption.
Well, there's so much going on in our country, and I don't know whether it's miscommunication or anything, but please give us your thoughts. What is your take on the stories that we're playing for you today, the stories that we're zooming in? And of course, we are also asking you, what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO fees connections. So give us your thoughts, call us, the phone lines are officially open, or leave your comment on our Facebook page. And I must say, it's I don't know whether I should, for lack of a better term, I'll say it's funny, because we heard from Mwetwa, who was saying there will be no increase at all, but we heard yesterday from the ERB the increase have been approved and they will be effective on the 1st of January. I think we have a caller. Let's just take that call and hear what your thoughts are this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You are through to the breakfast show. Please tell me your name and where you're calling us from.
Morning, Elizabeth. Good to see you this morning.
Good to hear from you too.
Michelle.
Yeah, okay. Please go ahead with your comments or contributions.
Yes, I don't know whether it's comment or whatever. Amazing.
Yes.
The first thing is about the vote for implement of the connection.
Fees, yes.
Yes, that one is not friendly at all. It's not friendly at all. There's a thing, the fee that just pure high. If they can simple right, then that's the way. Otherwise, they are not friendly at all. Secondly, it's about the dam.
Yes.
Those dams are not safe, even to the community or even to people who are just passing by that area. You know, I don't stay there, but I see for those people who are close to the dam. It's not safe. You know, children of nowadays, not only children of nowadays, but just kids. You can talk to them time without number, but children or kids you always see. So that's something has to be done before we lose so many lives. And I know that so many lives have been lost to that dam. But before we lose many of them,
yes,
please, we need to do something to that dam. Even just I don't know, because you know, that means it can't make sense, but at least we need something, at least for the protection of those people around there, even for people who talk like that too, because you can easily keep that down. And then even to the people who are doing the wrong thing and stuff, it's not even safe, because that water is contaminated.
Yes,
you know
true.
what it is? Sometimes whenever you are doing with your wearing your thing, you want to wipe your mouth. If you break your neck or something, you want with your clothes. You think of that water. That water isn't fish at all. It's not clean.
Yes.
It may be clean in our own sight, but it's not. So those people who are doing that, because they can't afford, you know how it is in this compound, everything you have to buy. So those people are even just for them, because they even have so many outbreaks out of that water. And then the last thing is about the foreigners.
Yes.
You know, this foreign thing, you know, it's you know, to my side, I work with the foreigners.
Yes.
I put food on my table because of those foreigners. And then I feel that when people come even to the shop, they start, you know, insulting them for no reason. Whenever they do something, they'll just say, hey, you foreigners, hey, Tantan, you want to steal your man. But you know, you would wonder, so how many shops they can pass for them to get to that shop? And then for no reason, you find that, you know, they start insulting again. Yeah, we are done this, but we don't have that right to start insulting the foreigners. Please, I age for something. Let us respect one another. At the end of the day, we are all foreigners on this earth. We should learn to speak to other people with respect. Because the way, you know, respect. You know what makes them. If we respect others, then others will also respect us.
Very
they are
true.
also humans. At least if they can do something, they they give them the pennies, whatever they say, whatever documents they can give to those people. Some of us can really appreciate. Because even you, I think what you say, I think there are a number of checks.
Yes, true.
And then when you go to their shop, their prices are fair.
Very fair.
That's why we rush to their shop.
Very true.
A shop which is being run by a guardian. You find that the prices are
exaggerated.
And this is why we run to their shop. And then I really appreciate these people because the time I lost my daughter, and then upon staying home, I had a moment of stress. When I got data, the same people they told me, instead of being at home, come and do something, stop helping us. I do the cleaning and stuff. And then when people come to me, I just told them, I said, you know what? Me, I can tell you what is that. But ask them to learn to respect the people. Respect them. And then with the foreigners, as Zambians, we can't start with change back. We say, oh no, how are people going to think of me? When I thought putting sugar for 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 1 quarter, you put the even share people for 5 quarter, 2 quarter. We look at people, we don't look at, we don't look for others. But don't want to say food for everyone. Even those who can't afford a meal, when you go to a new store, you afford a meal. Starting from breakfast, lunch, and your dinner. Because when you can that is even little you have, at least of 20 bucks. You buy a camera from that shop. You buy, shelter, you buy cooking oil. Up to the level where you want to get things from. You find all the things well stocked. But as Zambians, because we are too lazy. We are too lazy. We don't want to do those things. Because all the time, all we need is to reach smart. That where that money is coming from, we are not even thinking of those lines. That look at the underneath, and feel for everyone.
Very true.
Even that person who only has 5 quarters can get you that done for whatever amount. And then they have a meal at the end of the day. So this thing of, calling these foreigners what? No, they are also human. Let's respect them and show them love. Even those who know where they can go to get their right out, they are free to advise them. To say, no, for you to do a different thing. Do this and that. See how they can help you out.
Very true.
I'm not calling them names. Thank you. I can go on and on.
Thank you, Naomi. Thank you for calling this morning, and it's good to hear from you. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you, Naomi, for calling. And if also you are watching the show for the very first time, this is the breakfast show, and we're always here from Monday till Saturday. So you give us your thoughts on our topic of discussion this morning, and we are asking you, what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connections fees? What is your thought? Naomi came through, and I must say she's given valid concerns or comments. I think we have another caller. Let's just take the caller. We also hear from... Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Yes, you to Camnet Breakfast Show. Please tell me your name and where you're calling us from. Mr. Lungu. You also called us yesterday. It's good to hear from you. How is Mafinga this morning?
Mafinga is okay.
Okay, please, Mr. Lungu, go ahead with your comments or contributions.
Yes. I just want to make a connection of the discussion that we had yesterday concerning ZESCO issue. I just don't know, but I understand when Cornelius was speaking concerning the ZESCO issue, he was speaking from the political
point of
he wasn't speaking from government point of view. So he was representing his party, UPNC.
Okay.
And I don't know why the government spokesperson has not come out to say anything or do some clarification over the ZESCO issue. But a spokesperson for his party, which is UPNC, is the one who commented on that. Why? And when he came out, he felt to come out in his maybe honest way to tell the people what they should expect. Because there is no way just from maybe hours before he made that comment,
And
the year picture
comes in.
With something totally from what different from what he was saying. Yes, so I just think maybe these people who are in leadership who somehow, in a way, just start being honest, explain things to people, to Zambian citizens, the way things are and what we expect. Not trying to maybe sit around people when you know exactly what is coming after. So that is my concern. This which have been announced by ERB.
Okay.
I don't know if the people in this compound or in these rural areas will buy it.
Okay. Well, sorry, we've lost. I'm sorry we have lost Mr. Lungu, but if you can call us back, please call us back. Let's hear from you, your thoughts this morning. We are asking you what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connections. We have another caller. Hello? 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 I don't know if we have someone on the line or...
Electrification rate in Zambia stands at less than 25%, with urban areas having the higher rate than rural areas, according to a study by the Policy Monitoring and Research Center in 2018, which still stands today, revealed that Zambia's electricity demand would triple by the year 2030 due to increased population. This demand inevitably means that government requires private sector investment into the energy sector to meet the rising demand in the country. These challenges have been identified by successful administrations and stakeholders through different studies, like the recent cost of service study conducted on ZESCO, which has highlighted ZESCO's status and its inability to meet the power demand, as well as the need to have private sector players in the energy sector. The study released recently has raised debate on whether the Energy Regulation Board will increase the tariffs or not. United Party for National Development Party spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa says no immediate tariff increase will be effected as circulated in January 2022 until the necessary steps are taken. Mr. Mwetwa was speaking in Lusaka Sunday.
January 2023, there is no anticipated increase or immediate increase or hike in ZESCO electricity tariffs. What is going to happen is that as a result of the cost of service study report being released in January 2023, it is expected that ZESCO, after review and consideration of recommendations contained in that report, will make an application to the Energy Regulation Board for a possible tariff adjustment, which will be reviewed and determined by the Energy Regulation Board and not by ZESCO. ZESCO simply makes a proposal for tariff adjustment.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mwetwa also took time to comment on the shortage of drugs in health facilities. He says government has made strides in dealing with the matter, with at least 65% of the drugs being available in health facilities.
members of parliament were debating on Friday. They were debating statistics of March and not statistics of December 2022. I have had the privilege and occasion to be reliably briefed by the Ministry of Health that the current state of stock levels of medicines in our health facilities has since improved to not less than 65%. They have recently carried out a survey which shows that the stock levels of medicines is hovering between 65-75%, in some instances 80 to 90%, with the national average being at 75% as of this morning when I was being briefed ahead of this briefing.
Sharon Kalimbula, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And that was Mr. Mwetwa telling us or assuring us that there will be no increase whatsoever. But we heard from the ERB yesterday where they announced that the fees for ZESCO connections have been increased, and they'll be effective on the 1st January of 2023. So we don't know really who is supposed to assure us, because we heard from the party. He was, I don't know whether he was giving his thoughts or he was standing on behalf of the party, representing his party or anything. That one we don't know for sure. So this is what I was saying. And I think this is what Mr. Lungu also from Mafinga district was trying to say. So please give us your thoughts by calling us using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or leave your comments on our Facebook page. What really is going on? Who should we now start believing? Because we were assured that there will be no increase whatsoever. But the ERB announced that it is confirmed, it has been increased, the connection fees from ZESCO have been increased, and they'll be effective on the 1st January of 2023. So please give us your thoughts, call us and let us know what you think about this story. I don't really want to comment much or say much, but it's kind of confusing because today you hear this and tomorrow you see another thing that is contrary to what was being said. So who should we really believe? Is it that the party, the person that was representing the party was just giving his thoughts, he didn't really confirm what was happening, or he heard, like, who should we believe really? What is your thought? Please let us know. Call us using the numbers that are on your TV screens and let us know what you think is going on, or what is your take. And our topic of discussion this morning, if you're just joining us, this is The Breakfast Show and my name is Amazing Katamanda. Give us your thoughts. We had zoomed into the stories that we had yesterday on the news, so you can also comment on those stories. And of course, our topic of discussion, which is what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connection fees. Let us know what your thoughts are. And while we're still discussing the issue of ZESCO, I think we will go to the connection fees and the story that was done on the 19th of December 2022. So let's just zoom into that story and then we'll get back. Okay, I don't know if our story is ready, but let's just see if the story is ready. If it is not, we also go to the story from Kafue that was done on the 17th of February 2022. It is still in line with the ZESCO connection, the issue of electricity, the consequences. People were tapping in. I think we can also tap into the story. I think let's just go to the story that was done on the 17th from Kafue. I don't know if
Zambia's path to rise from its third world status to a developed country, industries have been identified as one way of achieving this goal through the provision of raw materials as well as employment opportunities for locals. For Zambia's smaller districts such as Kafue, industries could be the lifeblood as they are the major sources of employment. Kafue Member of Parliament Ms. Miriam Chonya has however expressed concern about the working conditions at such places, stating that reports about alleged worker mistreatment are on the rise. She was speaking when visiting Universal Mining and Chemical Industries Limited, locally known as Kafue Steel, to assess worker welfare and get a general overview of the work done following reports of worker ill-treatment. Ms. Chonya has further advised such companies not to only aim at paying workers minimum wage, as they make huge profits.
Surely I wouldn't expect you to be aiming at paying your workers the barest minimum, as though it was the housemaids, being paid. And I'm saying this against the background of also some documentation that I've been privileged to come across as we had been trying to resolve some of the issues concerning some of your former employees who have some claims against the company. I think we've had those discussions with the HR, although the issues remain unconcluded and they are still going on.
Meanwhile, company human resource manager Mr. Richard Walia has dismissed the allegations. He adds that the company strictly follows the labor laws and is open for inspections.
So that disciplinary code of conduct has been attested by the government. So we have to implement accordingly. So we implemented accordingly. Those people who are involved in the illegal organization of an illegal strike, we separated. That's what the disciplinary code of conduct says. And that's what the law says. So this matter also was referred to the Minister of Labor. Last year we had also pre-sittings. And the team were caught with almost 11 offenses which they created. And they were told by the Assistant Labor Commissioner to say what you did was wrong because you caused the company to lose $42,000 in 2 days.
In adding his voice, Kafue Steel Director Dr. Julius Kaoma has cautioned against increasing electricity tariffs for such companies, even as the country anticipates a tariff hike, stating that this could result in laying off of workers due to reduced production.
When you increase the electricity, the tariff also will reduce the production so that we can stabilize our operations, and in the future when it stabilizes, when we can increase it. That means you have to start declare some people redundant, and we don't want the redundancy.
Meanwhile, company managing director Mr. Ashutosh Charan has called for policies that will support Zambian companies such as Kafue Steel, stating that they are competing unevenly with foreign ones on the market. The area MP has assured such companies of continued government support through good policies, urging them to help their communities through corporate social responsibility. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Kafue District.
Okay, so that is a story that was done by Zipporah Mshala. We are still talking about the issue of ZESCO or electricity, and we want you to give us your thoughts or your contributions using the numbers that are on your TV screen. So you could call us, the phone lines are open, or you leave your comments on our Facebook page. We will see how this will negatively impact the Zambian people, because businesses will be affected. We have small businesses like salons, barber shops. We know those businesses will be affected. And of course, not only that, we have also heard that if the tariffs increase, some people will definitely lose their jobs until it gets to a place where it stabilizes. That's when people can be called back. So what is your take this morning? Give us your thoughts. The phone lines are officially open. They've been open for quite some time now. So you can give us your thoughts, call us, and let us know where you're watching us from. And of course, leave your comments on our Facebook page. Our topic of discussion this morning is, what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connection fees? What is your take? Let us know. What are you thinking? How is this going to affect you? Is it going to affect you negatively or positively? We want to hear from you. I know that it will affect you negatively, but we want to hear from you. Give us your thoughts. Let us know where you're watching us from. We want to hear what your take is on this thing, because it's not just affecting me or you, but it's affecting all of us at the end of the day. It's a sad issue, but for now, let's just take a short break. When we come back, we continue with our topic of discussion, or we go on with the stories that we have for you this morning.
Camnet Stars Football Club, popularly known as the local national team, is inviting all skillfully gifted, talented and creative soccer players from across Zambia. Ages between 16 and 20 must come, train and join the club. The category of these gifted footballers have the chance to go and market their talent in Europe and USA through Camnet Stars Football Club, a team formed with a vision to produce quality international players. Please do not miss this brief open opportunity given to you. Camnet Stars Football Club could be your gateway to your international soccer career. Venue, Kablonga Boys Secondary School grounds. Date 12th December 2022 to 21st January 2023. Time 09 hours to 11 hours. Your time to shine is now.
A falcon, known for flying high speeds, unmistakably grace and flying incredible long distances. Falcon Express is equal to the task with your deliveries. Friendly and reliable, a company that cares for you, local and international coverage, company that empowers its customers on time, every time, all the time. Nationwide delivery.
Send your parcel through Falcon Express to Mongu, Kabwe, Ndola, Kapiri, Kitwe, Chingola, Chipata, Livingstone, Mazabuka, Kasama, Solwezi, Kalumbila, Chililabombwe, Luansha, Kalulushi. Get in touch with us on +260 971 130 766 and drop your parcels at Falcon Express. Falcon Express. Your parcels are safe with us.
You are still watching The Breakfast Show this morning with me, Amazing Katamanda. So The Breakfast Show comes to you every week of the day. We have different segments. Monday and Tuesdays for community, and Wednesday and Thursday is for politics, and Friday is for business. So we make sure that everybody is catered for. For those that love business, you can watch us every day, and we get to tell you what is happening in the world of politics as well as business, and of course what's happening in our communities, how we are being affected with our activities that are happening every day. So this morning we are discussing the issue of connections from ZESCO, the fees that have been increased. What is your take? Give us a call using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or leave your comments on our Facebook page, because we know everybody is affected with the issue of electricity, but we want to hear your views. And right now, let's just play you a story from SMEs that was done on the 15th of December 2022, even as we continue discussing this issue of electricity tariffs and connection fees being increased.
2021 statistics from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security show that 73.2% of working Zambians are employed in the informal sector, specialized in various businesses. The sector has also been seen as the only hope for Zambians who have been unsuccessful in finding employment in the public and private sectors. The forming of cooperatives using funding from the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, has also increased the number of businesses in this sector. Needless to say, most of these businesses are electricity dependent. In this regard, owners of electricity-dependent businesses in Lusaka have frowned upon the 6-hour load management schedule, which has begun Thursday, 15th December 2022, stating that this will kill most of their enterprises. A fresh fish seller, Kayumba Kasongo, says alternatives to hydroelectricity should be quickly actualized, as the load management has been attributed to low water levels at the Kariba Dam.
Then in Gaizamba road shedding, then Semonga Kunkala Ogulisa fresh, Zankala afflicted. Because my Namakambira kuti Zambo enda light maybe every day 6 hours. Then is Ensomba Zinkala ma fridge. So every day ngakupezeka road shedding, then maoda yakavuta kumangala ta odelatu. So manje nishatu za tukulibo odelatu. Manje Zambo balance bwanji. So nchibaza chita affect sebazisku ofunika chi not inkareko ndema ninga. Because nchizankara problem, especially even mama butcher. Ninga wakambireko because same type of business yama butcher na is same. isemonga isane tigulisira muno mlodi tipakinga tipodo kulisira pano but vikasalako vikankala defrosted then timaindo vibweza mu fridge manje ikapezeka malaiti yaenda kwa vibweza maybe yaenda all night yonse then nishinkala problem.
Let's promise kadi we present ali but let's promise that malaiti zamweni so hapa malaiti Africa kuyeni sifunika cha hapa ndio kai kwa bantu bafa malaiti maona ka so malaiti Africa kuenda monga senshito 27 zai ndio zambo nongi so malaiti Africa chela zikana ko che daily chabe
monga izindio zatu izi ngati tangala tiri de malaiti zimaonongeka and as a result ngati zaonongeka ndisita pangalosi so tandeza nitingafune kuti maybe things of mwanga tandizile wa government or wakapena waike kuti ma solar system.
A saloon owner Adrida Tembo has also lamented.
Deni molo muyangane saluni ni challenge ngani malaiti ni wesi cause saluni enda na malaiti once chapenga kulibe malaiti sunga sevenze chili chonse then bana tizasunga bwanji as a government ifunika yatiwonapo ife muno bazimai tivutika mwanti.
They say if no urgent action is taken, more citizens will be reduced to poverty as they survive through these businesses. Zipora Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And you are still watching The Breakfast Show, and those are some of the people with small businesses. Their concerns right there. They are worried about their businesses, and they are also suggesting some of the solutions that we could have, and that is getting into the solar or maybe getting into thinking about other alternatives. And one of the alternatives is the solar. Maybe we just go big on it. But anyway, who am I? I am not doing any kind of business, but of course I am affected with what is happening. And give us your thoughts using the numbers that are on your TV screens. Call us or leave your comments on our Facebook page. This is The Breakfast Show. My name is Amazing Katamanda, and we're asking you, what is your take on the ZESCO increase connection fees? So let us know what your thoughts are. And of course, we do have a couple of stories that we can play for you here, and some of the, I mean, you know, we have people that have concerns, and of course, they are talking about how our lives are going to be impacted with this issue of electricity fees being increased. So let us know your thoughts. Where you're watching us from, leave your comments on our Facebook page and let us know what you think this morning. We really want to hear from you. The phone lines are open. Please call us. Let us hear from you. And now let's just play you one of the stories, because we know the results of the increase of the fees for ZESCO. Some people would want to tap into the electricity illegally, and which will endanger their lives. Not that we're justifying that people should be doing it, but of course, because people don't have money, but they still want power. Others are resorting into, you know, tapping into the electricity illegally. And just talking about that, let's just play you a story that was done on the 13th in 2021 on the 9th. On the 13th. And the story was done by Zipora Mshala of Electrocution. So let's just get to see this story, and we'll get back.
An illegal electricity connection in Lusaka's Mutendere compound has claimed the life of a 7-year-old boy identified as Frederick Muisa. The trend of illegally tapping electricity is on the rise in many compounds, as in trying to avoid paying connecting fees, people tend to carry out their own connections. In this case, a cable tapping electricity from a second-hand shoe shop to a mobile money booth has resulted in the death of a 7-year-old boy. Residents narrate that the children were playing hide and seek around 19 hours Sunday evening, and in the process, the child hid behind the mobile money booth, touching the live wire in the process. The shop, which was the source of the electricity, has been broken into and looted by angry residents.
Then uiwaka yate oja anacho samarite mushop kuta connect na kahea te ona shop so ndambo ilya yenze pansi hiyo so mwana nando bisa makuya nafela na kwa mene kula kumbuyo ya kahea teo.
Family of the deceased who are speaking at the funeral house have aired their grievances.
Kena ungenzi pa veranda so kena ungenzi kumene kuja kwa booth pakati nje pezeni tambo
so kamene kacha ka fridge nje kana ndo katapa kwanja kwa left pa ndambo pacha so na chabe cha dumu pa nimene kana kwela ku payphone kumbuyo kushaka mzake yakatizi mula chabe kataba nimene muna bezo pita so njipana munyamula papewa baenda na clinic kucha doctor pima akambachi mwana mwezi kuda.
Meanwhile, ZESCO Public Relations Manager Ms. Hezi Zulu says police should act on all those illegally connecting electricity.
We just want to call on the police to do a thorough investigation, and also on our part, we will do our part to just inspect and verify that indeed the death was caused by electrocution.
It is the hope of residents that all those practicing this vice will be brought to book, stating that they're worried about the welfare of their children. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And that is our FARD report, and we don't want to see those cases in 2023. But if we don't want to see these cases, but with what is happening, do you think it's possible for us to avoid those kinds of situations where people now tap into electricity illegally? Do you think we will avoid such cases? What is your take? Give us your call or your thoughts using the numbers that are on your TV screens. Give us your contributions. Let us know where you're watching us from and what you think about our topic of discussion this morning. And we're asking you, what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO fees, increased connections? Are we going to see a situation, because now it's become expensive, are people going to be doing things illegally, or are we going to have the police, of course, putting up policies that they'll be checking these homes? Because we all know, in as much as people, okay, we have a call, let's take that call. We get to hear your thoughts from home. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I will remain anonymous. I'm calling you from Chilanga.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead with your comments or contributions.
Yeah, on the first place, I would like to really express my disappointment on the issue of increasing the tariffs and connections. Where it has reached, no one is going to manage to connect power for whether it's in the high density populated areas like Kalingalinga, it's very exorbitant.
Yes.
And you know, when you look at the promises which UPNP used to promise the Zambians, they were saying we are going to lower the cost of living for the people. Now, when you look at the way things are moving, they actually fixing the Zambians. And yesterday, out of the topic we are discussing, like the increase of the tariffs, yesterday the SG appeared on the news.
Yes.
She was even ready to explain and express certain concern. The gentlemen who I salute them, they were asking the Deputy Secretary General a question of the cutters who appeared. They were saying they have removed all the cutters. But those cutters who smashed the buses for crash, they were UPNP cutters. And during this time, can we just continue saying it's PF? Because if they have failed, let them not wait like they have failed. And they didn't know that when they are in the country, they were promising the nation, Senor will be victim. So my sister, you as parents, continue doing your job. But the most important thing is Zambians are watching and they are looking at their lives, because this 2026 Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Nenmas. He didn't want to tell us his name, but thank you for coming through. And you can also come through with your views or contributions using the numbers that are on your TV screens, or leave your comments on our Facebook page. And our topic of discussion this morning is, what is your take on the increase of ZESCO connection fees? What is your take? What are you thinking? I think our previous caller, who didn't want to tell us his name, he's given us his concerns, and he's saying 2026, definitely people are going to turn up in numbers to vote. So let's also take another call and hear from you. Hello, good morning. It's you to Camnet Breakfast Show.
Yes, good morning, Madam.
I'm good, sir. How are you? What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm Mungo calling you within my son.
Okay, how is Master this morning, sir?
Master is okay, so we are all worried if the increment of the electricity.
Okay. Talking about that, please give us your comments and your contributions.
Yeah, but actually, I'm not really aware of how much they have increased it, apart from the previous and present then. So I don't know if it's fine, and then you just give us more estimates on the prices. What one you have the percentage whereby they give us not 2%, but you can't give no expected price. But this, for the same, I'm sure the increase is bad. It's what the people voted for change. And we're expecting things to get better, but this are getting the opposite side that from bad to worse. And the economy side is so unfair. The connectivity are not okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. So people are raising their concerns. If you have concerns as well, please call using the numbers that are on your TV screens or leave your comments on our Facebook page because we are streaming live. And this morning we are asking you what is your take on the ZESCO increase for connection fees. What is your take? What are your thoughts about that? Are you happy about the situation or are you not happy about it? A couple of people have called and they've given us their thoughts, and you can also do that. If you haven't done it, I don't know why. I don't know if that's another caller. We take the call. Let's hear what you want to say. Hello.
Yes, morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. How are you and where are you calling us from?
Because I can see the madam is still talking to me.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, is the madam okay? I want to just contribute on this for increment.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm calling you from John Lane.
Oh, it's good to know that Lusaka is tuned in this morning. Please go ahead with your comments or contributions.
The president was
Hello?
yeah.
Okay, please go ahead. Hello, sir. Are you still there? Okay, maybe you can just try to speak up because we can't get you. Awe chabwino mwamasuka kamba nti mvese bwino bwino.
So somebody our president is on a meeting maternity ya green environment chan huko. Watu chazikiwa mitengo. So apanga waikira malai tuko vitu vya shika jema meteku. Tuko ndio manja zambo kutinga wantu keto pikira. Waita president kwa mitengo mnashishia.
Okay. Awe ziko umopochitumira tayamikira. Okay. So that is his thought, and of course we know that the cutting down of trees doesn't do any good on us, but with the way things are going, he is saying, is it going to be possible for us to avoid cutting down of trees, because we know we are now experiencing load shedding, which they are calling road management. So do you think it's possible for us to still not cut down trees with what we're experiencing? Of course, the fees of the ZESCO being increased. We also have, I don't know if we have another caller. Let's take that call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please tell me your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, this is Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. Please go ahead with your comments or contributions.
Yeah, my contribution is about the issue of the standards.
The issue of?
The cutters.
Okay,
I want to make this clear to the nation of Ghana. The UPNC has been saying they've wiped away the issue of the cutters that were in the previous regime. And people are thinking it has happened, like it has come to where the issue of the cutters has been suppressed. I want people to know that
It has just reformed
Mm-hmm.
in a more better, different way.
Okay.
Okay? That's why you see a lot of mothers, they are operating, it's only that they are not on the scene like the previous regime, where they used to carry, making noise all over the country.
Mm.
In this regime, the issue of the data has just been changed its form in a more better way, a more silent way.
Okay.
That's why now it's just coming to the scene bit by bit. There is a story on the Copper Belt in Dola, where the cutters, the Muslim cutters, went at a certain service station, and they attacked Mr. David. He was very well responded, and this case was even reported to the police. Yeah. They attacked these people when they did not do anything to them. Then also I want to speak about the issue of the hospital. You know, in the hospital, people are facing a lot of problems. When they visit the health facility, they are there to be healthy.
Yes.
But you are going to find that not get to provide the medical needs they needed. You can imagine, even China for Kaita and Guamo, hospital dying. I'm calling from the start in John Menge. I can spot out the certain hospital, but I don't, because I'm going there today to go and report the person who is there about what I've been finding happening in that hospital. Imagine you find there is no panel, and the people in the school since morning, they are going around 19. People are just waiting. The room, they are free for doctors and nurses to be working, but you find they are just in 2 rooms. This thing is not supposed to happen. You are going to find that even the funds are operating very properly in terms of service. When you go in the bank, you find they'll give you a paper which will direct you to where you are. And you're going to work patients to be attended to even go home just after some minutes. But you're going to find that in the hospitals where they order, you will find people don't even know which room they are supposed to go in. They are going to wait from morning, they'll be going there in the night. Some people expect the hospital at tomorrow. People are complaining in the hospital. But you're going to find that where is the management to making sure that things are not happening in the hospital? Why should the funds be greater than the hospital in terms of the service they offer there?
Okay.
This is a very rich concern, and people should not be quiet about it. They have to make sure they speak about it. To report it when the nurses and doctors are not working properly. They have to report it. They should not speak on it. Yeah, these are my concerns. I'm still following the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much for calling us on the breakfast show. Okay, so you can also give us your thoughts using the numbers that are on your TV screens. Call us, and those are his concerns. They are not really part of the topic of discussion, but he was just giving us his concerns about cadres as well as the situation that we're having in our health facilities. You can also come through. Please use the numbers that are on your TV screens or leave your comments on our Facebook page. And this morning, our topic of discussion is, what is your take on the ZESCO increase connection fees? Please let us know your thoughts, what you are thinking. And just talking about this, I think some time back, Hezo Zulu, that was in 2021, on that was in July, on the 20th, she gave a statement saying in 2020, maybe let me just read the story and then we'll get to play it, and then we'll see if really we're on the right path ending this situation by 2025. I don't know if the possibilities are there or if they're not there, but let's just see what she says. So ZESCO has expressed confidence that Zambia is on the right track to becoming a regional electricity hub in South in Southern Africa Development Community SADC region by 2025. So maybe we just cue into that story, and then when we come back, we can give our thoughts.
Zambia boasts of many water bodies, being rich in various rivers and lakes. Predominant on some of these water bodies is the activity of electricity generation, as Zambia's main source of power is hydroelectricity. The country has a goal of becoming a regional hub for power in the Southern African Development Community SADC region by 2025. When questioned on the progress made towards achieving this goal, ZESCO Public Relations Manager Hezo Zulu says the power utility company is confident that this will be achieved due to various infrastructure developments in the energy sector. Ms. Zulu has reviewed that construction of the Kafiwe Gorge Lower Power Station, which began in 2016, has reached 100% completion and will be commissioned on 23 July 2021. She says this will give an additional 750 megawatts to the current installed capacity of 2,800 megawatts.
And we are talking about an addition of 750 megawatts. Now, when you look at our installed capacity, currently we are at about 2,800 megawatts in terms of installed capacity. So you can see that an addition of 750 megawatts will take us in excess of 3,500 megawatts. And when you look at our peak demand is around 2,300 megawatts. So you can see that we are actually able to supply electricity for local use, that is internally as a country, and it is our hope that we can actually trade in excess electricity.
Ms. Zulu also says reports from members of the public that load shedding has again started are not true, attributing such power outages to electricity faults.
We are no longer load shedding. I think we made that announcement and we still stand by it. We made that announcement in January this year. And the main reason is that we are saying that Zambia is predominantly hydropower generated, meaning that we use water to generate power. But when you look at the past season, we had very good rainfall, and therefore our national reservoirs have enough water, adequate water.
Zipporah Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
And that story was filed in 2021, last year on the 20th of July. So, I don't know. Are we really on the right path to ending this load shedding issue or the issues that have to do with electricity by 2025? Do you think we're on the right path, or are we ever going to get there? Because I think next year will be 2023. We're only remaining with a year, and we're assured, and that report came from ZESCO. So what is your thought? Give us a call. Let us know where you're watching us from. And, of course, what your take is on our topic of discussion, which is what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connection fees? What is your take? Give us a call or leave your comments on our Facebook page. I think for now, just have to leave this issue for electricity and everything. But, of course, I think I'll give my views later on. But for now, let's just get to a story. We have a caller. Let's take that call. We hear what the caller has to say. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning. Hello.
Please turn down the volume on your TV set.
I am Mr. Piri from Chicago Compound.
Yes, Mr. Piri, please go ahead with your comments or contributions.
Yes, these connection fees or ZESCO fees, you never change the government that is put anyone.
Mm-hmm.
All what we do is we should suffer silently because we cannot change their money.
Mm-hmm.
What I went to the village and I had two songs.
Mm-hmm.
One song was about military.
Mm-hmm.
It was saying, Bongololo only comes when the rains come.
Mm-hmm.
winter, Bongororo is not seen. So there was a Bongororo, a red Bongororo, and a green Bongororo. They always fight. So when we are listening to what they are saying, Resco people say something else. Ministers say something else. Cutters say something else.
Mr. Perry? We lost Mr. Perry, and he was saying something that I think I had touched earlier on, where we are seeing different kinds of people that are coming up giving us information, and now we don't know who to believe, because on the 18th we had Mr. Cornelius Mwetwa, who said, or who assured us, that there will be no increase in the ZESCO tariffs or ZESCO connections. But the following day, we heard from the ERB that it has been confirmed the increase is there. The fees have been increased, and to be effective on the 1st of January 2022. So now who should we believe? Because we see the party, the current administration comes, this person says this, and then we also see the government saying something else. So we don't really know who should we believe. Are we giving the right people to give us right information? Are we just giving our own personal views, or we have the right people that are giving us the right information? Please give us your thoughts. The phone lines are open. Call us, let us know where you're watching us from, and of course your take on the topic of discussion, which is, what is your take on the increase on the ZESCO connection fees? What is your take? Or leave your comments on our Facebook page. And now, because time is not really on our side, let's just get to see another story that was done by Patrick Soko. The Private Security Companies Association of Zambia says the increase in the fuel pump prices is affecting the operations of most security companies who depend on fuel. So let's just zoom into that story, and then when we get back, we give our views.
Will affect actually the operation of our private security companies, who really also depend on this fuel for day-to-day operations. This also will affect the cost of living, of course, for our security officers, who are still getting very low salaries because of not having a fair playing field of doing business in this country. As security companies, we still believe that as soon as the fuel continues going up and the salaries for the security guards are not going up, not deliberately, that this company doesn't want to increase the salaries for the guards, but it's very difficult to do business, and also very difficult to find business in this country.
So many concerns that people have this year so far. We have people that are complaining about the fuel increase. We have people that are complaining about the increase in the electricity fees. So there's so much going on. Are we really on the right path of ending poverty or not? Let's just take that call. We have a caller. Let's get to hear what the caller has to say. Hello, good morning. It's you to Camnet Breakfast Show.
Yeah, that's Camnet TV.
Yes, I asked you to the Camnet Breakfast Show.
Yeah, really, I've got a different view. Apart from which the topic set of water. I don't know whether I can air my view.
Please go ahead, feel free, as long as we are not disrespecting anybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to this country, so-called Zambia. We have a very big problem in this country. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the number of young ones who are just roaming the streets.
Yes.
And yet, you Zambians, up to now, you still pay your retirement age at 60. Why do you do that? You reduce this retirement age for 20 years. When you serve for 20 years, you are supposed to keep your benefits and I'm the living testimony. I just worked for 20 years myself. I'm able to employ people at my firm. Why is it that in this country you are not listening? We have got a lot of young ones in the street. My sister, this is the only solution in this country whatsoever. The ministers who are getting me right now, let them pick it up. 20 years of service in this country is enough for every individual.
Okay.
Let's share the case of this country. The 6 years you are talking about, I don't know where you have gotten it from. What is still, some people even wake up to 65 years. Look up the contract. Even you old people, you are suing hospitals. What are you doing there? You need this country for young ones. Please, your papa. My heart bleeds when I think of all these things.
Okay.
20 years of service, you are done. You are given your benefits. So this country is supposed to go. I'm telling you, this is some solution. Otherwise, at the rate we are going in this country, we are headed for a doom. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for coming through with your contributions. Unfortunately, time is not really on our side. We had a great show. We had an awesome show. We had the morning boost, the money market. We also had the health corner where the doctors were just advising us, and we had a couple of stories that we were zooming into today, and our topic of discussion was, what is your take on the increase of ZESCO connection fees? People called in, they gave us their concerns, they gave us their views, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And now, I think moving forward, can we not announce anything? Can we not say anything until we are sure of what is happening? Because we saw, I think that was on the 18th of December, where Mwetwa, Cornelius Mister, he gave us an assurance that there will be no increase whatsoever until maybe further things were done. But the following day, we heard from ERB confirming that the increase will be there and to be effective on the 1st of January 2023. And now this leaves people guessing or wondering what really is going on. And of course, he also said something about the situation in health facilities, that 70% of medication is in hospitals. And we had a caller, I think Mr. Perry, who said it's not true because he's been to the hospital and he's also going to the hospital today, and he says there's no medication. So what really is going on? Are people just giving us what they're thinking? Are just people giving us their opinions, or they are really enlightened, or they have the right information, or maybe they are just giving us based on what they want us to hear? What is... I don't think it's just right or it's good. So moving forward, can we have people announce or say things that they are sure of? Can we have that? At least it will give us the party credibility of saying at least there's an accountable situation where at least everybody's accounting for something. And like we're just giving opinions and then the following day we see something different, miscommunication. Please let's avoid those kinds of issues. This is where I have to say my goodbyes. I just want to say thank you to everybody that called in. And of course, I've seen some comments on our Facebook page. Thank you so very much for coming through. This has been Amazing Katamanda on the breakfast show. Be sure to catch us again tomorrow, but not me. You'll catch Sharon Karimbola with Patrick Soko with Current Affairs. So join them tomorrow. For now, this is what I have to say. My goodbyes on behalf of the entire production crew. It's goodbye. God bless you. Keep it locked to Camnet TV. You know we're not just another channel.